Hello everyone. So in this video I will explain about Azure Data Service, like what are the data service available in Azure. So let's see little bit about Microsoft Azure is a cloud platform that power the application and IT infrastructure for some of the world largest organization. It include many services to support cloud solution including transaction and analytical data workload. Let's see Azure SQL. So this is one of the data service. Azure database for open source relational database. So what are the relational database available in Azure service? MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL. Azure includes managed service for popular open source relational database system including Azure database for MySQL. So MySQL is a simple to use open source database management system that is commonly used in Linux, Apache, MySQL and PHP Stacks app. And then Azure database for MariaDB, a newer database management system created by the original developer of MySQL, and the database engine has since been rewritten and optimized to improve performance. MariaDB offer compatibility with Oracle database. Now last is pSQL, a hybrid relational object database. You can store data in relational table, but a pSQL database also enable you to store custom data type with their own non-relational property. So these are the data relational database available in Azure SQL apart from SQL Server, because SQL Server is default data service of Microsoft. Now, next is Azure Cosmos DB. Azure Cosmos DB is a global scale non-relational database system that support multiple application programming interface, enable you to store and manage data as JSON document, key value pair, column family, and graph. So, like JSON document, key value pair, column family, and graph. This kind of data I have already explained in a previous video, so you can refer the previous video. And now Azure Storage. Azure Storage is a core Azure service that enable you to store data in blob container, file share, and table. So blob container, it is scalable, cost effective storage for binary files. Then file share, network file share such as typically find in corporate work, corporate network tables, key value storage for application that need to read and write data value quickly. Hold on. So let me show you everything in Azure only. So I just want to show you this data service available in Azure. So just now I explained Azure SQL, Azure Cosmos DB, Azure Storage. So now I can show you this is the Azure Storage. We can see here it's a Azure services. So all available services are here. So when I click on more service, I should be able to see some more service. So these are the service like SQL database, storage account, and there are many more like analytical service. So all the required service which is available for data we will see one by one. And now how to create this service we will see in the separate video. This is just overview and introduction about Azure service for data. Now next is Azure Data Factory. So this is also available. Let me show you in, it should be in analytical tab. Yeah, Azure, this is Databricks. Where is Data Factory? It should be somewhere. Azure Data Explorer, Snaps Analytics. If we are not able to find any service here, then simply just search the service. Data Factory. Yeah, we can see this is here. Now next is Synapse Analytics. So this was already available in where is it? 1 minute. Synapse Analytics. Yes, we can see this is Azure Synapse Analytics, and then we have Databricks that I showed you. So all the services are available. Let's see one by one. Uh, Azure Synapse Analytics is a comprehensive, unified data analytics solution that provides a single service interface for multiple analytical capability. So if anyone has worked on a SQL Server integration service, then it will be similar to that. Okay. So see what feature of Synapse Analytics pipeline based on the same technology as a Azure Data Factory. SQL, a highly scalable SQL database engine optimized for data warehouse workload. So in a Synapse Analytics, we have pipeline, like we can create a data pipeline. We have a SQL, Apache Spark, an open source distributed data processing system that support multiple programming language and API including Java, Scala, Python and SQL. So in Synapse Analytics, we can write code using Java, Scala, Python and SQL. Everything I will show one by one, like how can we write a code using this language in Synapse Analytics. Then Azure Synapse Data Explorer, a high performance data analytical solution that is optimized for real time query of log and telemetry data using custom query language. And now let's see Databricks. So this is similar to Synapse Analytics. Azure Databricks is an Azure integrated version of popular Databricks platform, which combine the Apache Spark data processing platform with SQL database semantics and an integrated management interface to enable large scale data analytics. So data engineer can use existing Databricks and Spark skill to create analytical data stored in Azure Databricks. So we can write, like we can do everything what we do in Azure Databricks. Like we can write code using SQL, we can write codes using Scala, Python, and PySQL. And after writing the code, processing the data, we can store the data in Azure Databricks. Let me show you this service is available or not. Databricks. Then if it is not showing here, just search Databricks. We can see this is the Azure Databricks. So in the upcoming video, I will show you like how to create Databricks service, and then after creating, how to use this. Now next is Azure Data Insight. Azure Data Insight is an Azure service that provides Azure hosted cluster for popular Apache open source big data processing technology, including Apache Spark, a distributed data processing system that support multiple programming language and API including Java, Scala, Python and SQL. Then Apache Hadoop, a distributed system that uses map reduce job to process large volume of data efficiently across multiple cluster node. Then map reduce job can be written in Java or abstracted by interface such as Apache Hive, a SQL-based API that run on Hadoop. Then Apache HBase, a open source system for large-scale NoSQL data storage and querying. Then last is Apache Kafka, a message broker for data stream processing. Next is Azure Stream Analytics. This is we use for real-time data processing. Azure Stream Analytics is a real-time stream processing engine that capture a stream of data from input and apply a query to extract and manipulate data from the input stream and write the result to an output for analysis or further processing. So we do use Azure Stream Analytics for real-time data processing. Now, next is Azure Data Explorer. Azure Data Explorer is a standalone service that offers the same high performance querying of log and telemetry data as the Azure Synapse Data Explorer runtime in Azure Synapse Analytics. So this is similar to Synapse Analytics, and we do use for log data to store and process the log data. And then Microsoft Purview and Microsoft Power BI. So Microsoft Purview provides a solution for enterprises wide data governance and discoverability. You can use Microsoft Purview to create a map of your data and track data lineage across multiple data source and system, enabling you to find trustworthy data for analysis and reporting. So this is just Microsoft Purview we use for data governance. Like just example, we have multiple source of data. Okay, and then we do create a multiple data flow on that data, and we have multiple outputs. So like in our infrastructure, we have many data source, we have done a lot of transformation, so we created a multiple lineage, we have multiple output. So in that case, if we can use Microsoft Purview to manage all the thing at one place. And then last is Microsoft Power BI. So this is a Microsoft Power BI is a business intelligence tool. We do use it for data analysis and reporting purpose. So we can create a report based on the data and share to the users to see the report or take some business decision. So this is all about Microsoft Data Service. So in the next video, I will start. Let me see. So you, what I'm going to start. Yeah. So in the next video, I will start data warehouse architecture. Thank you.